Hey, what if we had that one quote, just that one that could change everything? Well, I think I found it, and you probably have heard it, but don't ever forget it. It's Maya Angelou telling us what I've learned in my life is people are never going to remember what you said. They're never going to remember what you did, but they'll remember forever and ever how you made them feel. And that's the key. How does it feel when I'm around you? What are you giving off? Is that passion, that energy, enthusiasm for what you love being transmitted? Hey, it's all happening right now on the R Zone. When you put your head on that pillow tonight, you've got one question. Are you glad you did, or do you wish you had?
The R Zone with Coach Jim Stroker.
We've all had people along the way in life who make a lasting impression. For me, one of those people was my high school basketball coach, Jim Stroker. He's coached hundreds of us teenage boys over the years and raised three of the most remarkable kids you'll ever meet.
I have coached hundreds of thousands of games right on these fields right here. But there's only one game that truly counts, and that game is your life. And you will be measured in that game by how you respond. E plus R equal O. The events, many of which are out of your control, plus your response, which is 100% on you, will equal the outcome. And now we're about to lean in on the power of your response. The R Zone. This is a podcast to share conversations on our own hero's journey. These are stories that have shaped my life and the mindset I hope that will help shape yours. This is coaching for life. It's not where we've been. It's all about where we're going. The R Zone is the space between stimulus and response. The R Zone is where you have the power to choose your response.
And now, join Jim Stroker in the R Zone.
Hey, welcome to the R Zone. This is Coach Jim Stroker, leadership trainer, life coach, and motivational speaker. And today I'm going to talk about something that is my passion, and that's storytelling. And every time you come on here, you're going to hear a different story because I'm passionate about it, because stories change lives. And today the story is about passion. And it starts off today back in 1896. And in 1896, on March 1st, this new birth came about, Harry Winston. Little Harry was only about 6 pounds. And his dad owned a little jewelry store in New York City. And as soon as Harry could walk, he went into the store and he played. He loved it. And then all of a sudden, at 7 years old, he went out with his dad hunting for gems, and he finds this treasure, this emerald. He finds it, this green emerald, and Harry comes back, and his dad goes, "Harry, where'd you find that?" And Harry, of course, said, "Well, right over here, Daddy." And that little emerald that they buy for 15 cents sells for $800. And that's the change. That's it. That made Harry passionate forever about this treasure hunting and finding gems to change people's lives. So the king of the diamonds, as he was called, gets a little bit older, opens his first diamond store, and he's selling all of a sudden to all these royalties, selling to all the big stars in Beverly Hills, and he's got stores all over the world. And of course, there's his main stores in New York City. And in the early 70s, Harry Winston comes upon this like $30 million diamond. And the word gets out to the world that it's there. And suddenly there's a phone call one day from a sheik. And the sheik says, "I've heard you have the greatest diamond in the world. I want to come and look at it and maybe buy it." So, of course, Harry gets in touch with the greatest salesman in the industry. I mean, he's the best. And he calls him over and said, "I want you to do the whole thing, like wine him, dine him, give him your best, and then pass along all the information about this diamond, and let's get this deal done." So, salesman goes out, picks him up at LaGuardia Airport. They ride back. They stop at the greatest restaurant in the city. And all of a sudden, everybody in the office sees this salesman walk in with the sheik. And they walk into this office, close the door. They're all peeking around the corner. And the sheik is there listening like this. And then about 6 minutes later, the sheik stands up and leaves the office. And everyone's like, oh, no. And Harry sees this happening, and he beckons in the sheik and says, "Sheik, before you leave, just for a minute, come on in." And the sheik walks over, and everyone's eyes look inside the office, and they're talking for about a minute when all of a sudden, the sheik takes out his checkbook and starts writing the check for $30 million. Well, Harry shakes his hand, the sheik walks out of the office, and everyone in the office is like their hands in their head, and the youngest salesman comes running up to Harry and goes, "Harry, how did you do it? I mean, the finest salesman in the industry couldn't sell them, and you could. Why?" Well, Harry Winston looked at him that day and said, "Son, that finest salesman in the industry, he knows diamonds better than anyone else. But I love diamonds more than anyone else. And that's the key, to love what you do. And when you find that passion, when you find it, you can't get to sleep at night. You want to wake up the next morning and do what you want to do. And Joseph Campbell called it finding your bliss. And regardless of what your mother thinks, your brother thinks, your partner thinks, kids think, find what you love. And forget sometimes about money, fame, power. Forget about those. Follow your bliss and all that will come. So that's the question for you today. That's what we ask you. I mean, what is it that you truly, truly love? Jim Collins, in his great book, Good to Great, writes about the hedgehog effect. The hedgehog concept is 4 quadrants. What do you love to do? What are you really good at? What does the world need? And how can you make good money? So if you put them all together, you really can find that special thing. So I ask you right now, if the truth be known, if it was impossible to fail, if there's one thing that you love more than anything else, what is it? And are you willing to go after it? Are you willing to follow that lead? Hey, if you ever need any spark, if your team needs a little motivation, if you're looking for a little life coaching or just some leadership training, hook into the passionate Coach Jim Stroker. Passion is the key.
Let's get you into the R zone. Coach Jim Stroker has provided a bridge for inspiration and hope for people all over the world. Are you ready to transform your life and your leadership skills? Invite Coach Stroker to inspire your students or motivate your teams, offering personalized keynote speeches, dynamic workshops, inspirational life coaching, and comprehensive leadership training. From Fortune 500 companies to students all over the country to nonprofits and individuals. Empower yourself to become the best version of you with Coach Jim Stroker. For speaking, workshops, training, or coaching, work with Jim Stroker. Visit CoachStroker.com to start your journey today. Let's get into the R Zone.
For more, follow Coach Jim Stroker on socials. And be sure to subscribe to the R Zone podcast, available on all major platforms, including Spotify and YouTube.
And don't forget to pick up a copy of Coach Jim Stroker's new book, Huddle Up, available now on Amazon.
This production was recorded at Ignite Creator Studios, Digital Media and Content Strategy. Visit ignitecreatorstudios.com.